Oh, this is a disaster! My refrigerator isn't working and all my food is spoiling. There's a big celebration tonight. If I can't fix this, I'm ruined.
Jim, why are you calling a heat engine specialist to fix your refrigerator? This seems more like an appliance problem than a heat engine problem.
Funny you should say that. Refrigerators are actually reverse heat engines. Instead of converting thermal energy into work like a heat engine does, a refrigerator does work to transfer heat in the opposite direction, taking heat from a cold space and dumping it into a warmer one.
So you're saying you can help? Please, my entire business is at stake.
Let's go back to my lab. I'll explain how refrigerators work. They're really just reverse heat engines powered by the principles of thermodynamics, and we'll figure out why yours isn't working. Let's start with the basics. Refrigerators are reverse heat engines, and they follow the second law of thermodynamics.
The second law, isn't that the one that says heat naturally flows from hot to cold?
Exactly! The Clausius statement of the second law tells us that heat won't flow from cold to hot on its own, but with the refrigerator, we force the heat to flow in reverse by doing work. That's what the compressor does, excuse me. It provides the work needed to transfer heat from the inside of the fridge, the colder area, to the surrounding air, the warmer area.
So my refrigerator forces heat to move out of it. How does it actually do that?
The refrigerator operates on a cycle. Let's break it down into 4 key steps of the refrigeration cycle. Step 1. The compressor. This is the heart of the system. It compresses the refrigerant gas, increasing its pressure and temperature. Now, the refrigerant is a hot, high-pressure gas.
So it gets hot first? That seems counterintuitive for a fridge.
Exactly. That's because the process relies on heat transfer. To remove heat from inside the fridge, we have to release it somewhere else first. Now, let's move on to step 2. Step 2. The condenser. Here, the hot refrigerant releases its heat to the surrounding air. This is why the back of your fridge feels warm. After the heat is released, the refrigerant condenses into a high-pressure liquid.
Ah, so it's like getting rid of the heat you don't want.
Precisely! Step 3 happens in the expansion valve. Step 3. The expansion valve. The refrigerant is forced through a small opening which drastically lowers its pressure and temperature, turning it into a cold, low-pressure liquid.
And now it's ready to cool the fridge, right?
Correct! Step 4 happens in the evaporator. Step 4. The evaporator. Here, the cold refrigerant absorbs heat from inside the refrigerator, cooling the food and air inside. As it absorbs heat, the refrigerant turns back into a gas and the cycle begins again.
So the fridge works by moving heat from inside to the outside, which keeps the inside cold. But how efficient is this process?
That's where the coefficient of performance comes in. For refrigerators, the coefficient of performance is calculated as... This is where TL is the temperature of the ice and TH is the temperature of the lava. A reversible process, of course. Or it can also be expressed as... where QL is the heat absorbed inside the fridge, QH is the heat expelled from the fridge, and QN is the work done by the compressor. A higher COP means a more efficient refrigerator. It does more cooling with less energy.
Okay, I think I get it now. Heat pumps and refrigerators are all about moving energy around. Refrigerators are just like heat pumps in disguise. And understanding the cycle and efficiency helps us figure out what's gone wrong.
Alright, I think I know what the issue may be. Here are the options. The fridge isn't getting power to drive the compressor, or the compressor is spinning the wrong way, reversing the energy flow.